Yeah, we live. Wednesday night breakdown. We back. Fellas, what's going on? How y'all doing tonight, fellas?
Hey man, we here, brother. You know what I mean? Like you said, we live.
Yeah, hell with that, Pat. Hey man, Wednesday night live, Wednesday night breakdown. Joseph Ward, Professor Carl, Tone Jones, Patrick Irvin. We are back again for another one. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I do want to say this. I don't know what's going on, but comments are being taken down, views being shadow banned. Something going on with YouTube. I do want to give a shout out to Mr. Kenneth Wanamaker. Your comment was up here. I don't know what happened to it, but they tripping. But I saw it earlier, so I do want to acknowledge I saw your comment. Kiki, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in, Kiki. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No check, no vote. No check, no vote. We getting into it tonight. Yeah, Pat. Where you been, Pat?
Hey man, I apparently
you don't know about that.
Well, you know, I'm gonna learn.
You gonna learn tonight. No check, no vote. We getting into it. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share, use. Hit that like button. And if you don't hit that like button, that means you don't like black people. All right, Joe Biden called me personally again just 5 minutes ago to tell y'all that if you don't hit that like button, you don't like black people. All right, so please and hit that hype button too to make sure more people can see this video. So, Pat, we finna bring you up to speed, bro. We finna bring you all the way up to speed because is that a turtleneck or that's a mock neck you got on?
Nah, but it's breathable. It's a half neck.
You know, I'm triggered. I get triggered by turtlenecks. You know?
Yeah, nah, it's not a full. It's not a turtle.
Okay. They trigger me. All right. So now, what's going on, Terrell? How you doing out there, my brother? How you doing? So, recently, the National Action Network, Al Sharpton's National Action Network, was having some kind of conference, some kind of convening, some symposium, whatever they have, and they let some people come up and speak, and a brother went up there and he said some things that made some Democrats mad. No check, no vote was the chant that was said. I'm briefing it because I'm gonna play the video, and so Al Sharpton had a sharp response to that. But this right here sparked a lot of commentary and backlash and all these things on the internet. Whether you are for what the brother was saying as far as reparations or whether you're against what the brother was saying for reparations. So it is like the reparations debate has once again circled back around to like grassroots black people versus the Democratic boule 92% black people. And that's where we at. But still a larger conversation that we are missing with the reparations, that we go headstrong into the we want our money, but I do think there are processes and steps and stuff before we get to that, places that we need to put ourselves to make sure that we can get what we get. Because the idea also is, and you'll see from Al Sharpton's response, but I heard Roland Martin give a response like that too. But it's kind of like, you got to vote for us and put us in office if you want reparations. And it's like, really? So like I said, I'm being kind of vague. So when I play the video, I don't spoil the whole thing for you, but you kind of got a sense of what's going on. But that's what we're getting into. So, and it sparked a lot of conversation. And, we've talked a lot about reparations, but I think this is another needed conversation about reparations, especially on our end, so we can make sure that we're putting ourselves in a position to ensure that we can get reparations. And 50 years from now, you don't have another brother doing the same thing this brother doing, and the internet is in the same place, feeling strong, feeling powerful, but nothing tangible has happened because upcoming elections, the elections are coming up. And honestly, I think black folks still gonna vote like black folk vote. So that's what we're getting into today. So G Money, what's going on? What up though? Detroit up in the building. It's going down. So we holding it down. I'm about to run my commercial real quick, and then we're gonna dive deep into this thing. So please, once again, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share. And if you don't, Pat gonna throw his turtleneck at you. So yeah. So I told y'all I was gonna get my merch shop up and running. So I've got it. So I want to show y'all my merch shop. So this is it. So I got some hats. So I got my own Shoulders of Giants hats available for order. I have shirts. This supposed to be like a canvas, some kind of shirt, jersey shirt. I don't know why they got that design, but it's a jersey shirt. Somebody wanted. Got hoodies, regular shirts, heavy, what they call it, the heavy tee, tees for men's, unisex tees for women. Everything. I got a mug. I gotta get this mug too. But this is the merch that I have available. See, I got my mug, I have my hats, and I have my apparel available. And all of that is, the links and stuff are below and connected to the video. So I got my merch shop up and running, been working on that for a minute in the background to get my merch shop up and running. So I got it up and running. So if you want to support the channel and get you some merch, it's all available. Links below and links attached to the video. Yeah. And I got my mug too. So make sure y'all get y'all some merch, and it's going down. PC, you in the comments too?
Get your merch shot up and running?
It's up and running, bro. It's up and running. And they got the jersey shirts up in there. I can't believe I said I got to give you a new commercial. I said that.
Yeah, oh, you one of those. Like it ain't your merch shop.
Yeah. Hey man, so let's go ahead and get into this video, and then we're gonna get into our commentary about it. So make sure it's all the way at the beginning.
What's your name, and briefly, what's on your mind?
Let me hold it. Hey yo, as I look around this room, if you're 35 years old or younger, raise your hand. 4 people. So here's the thing, y'all in trouble. Yesterday you had Al Green up here talking about we need a Secretary of Reconciliation, and then that's going to include what he said was reparations, which by the way wasn't reparations. Reparations is more than a check, but the very first thing it is a check. And come this year during the midterms and in 2028, if you don't have our check, you won't get no vote. No check, no vote. Yeah, I know that ain't what you want to hear, but that's what's happening. All of y'all in here, with all due respect, you're beautiful, but you're old. You're not talking to the youth. You don't know how to talk to the youth. You try to tell us what to do. We're not having it no more. So if you want our vote, you got to come with our paper. We're not scared of Trump. We're not scared of anybody. Biden is a racist. Trump is a racist. Kamala is a racist. And if you don't have our money, you don't get our vote. Yeah, not. Who are you? Oh, all right, yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to land my plane right there, but the Democrats are no better than the Republicans. No check, no vote. Y'all take care. And somebody get my man a tissue. He need a tissue.
Let me say, in terms of our report for the year, and then we're going to go on with the program. Our young people are rehearsing, getting ready for this afternoon is our youth day. I heard somebody talk about young people. They tell them to just stay around. They're going to see 2 people, afternoon, all of the youth in there. And I don't know, but you get provocateurs, because anybody that's talking to somebody younger than them holding the mic, then you know that they're paid agents. And if you're in the room, if you don't like me saying that, I'll say it again. Because you cannot get reparations without putting people in office that's going to pay them. So talk that ignorance somewhere else. So people talking about we have been for all of our existence fighting for reparations, made every candidate pledge to it. You cannot get reparations unless you elect folk that's going to pay you. Who you going to pay yourself? So you can't at one hand say, don't vote for everybody, they racist, but I want reparations. Well, who going to pay you? So either you paid or you stupid or both. I mean, I don't see nobody standing up. I didn't see whoever it was, but yeah, okay.
And just want to say thank you, DSB. I appreciate you, my brother. What's going on? Gwendolyn, how you doing? EKS, how you doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to the live. Welcome everybody into the live. So yeah. So you see it, Pat. You see it, PC. The brother went in. They let the brother speak. He was like, man, no check, no vote. Now, I did like that he said, well, reparations is more than a check. And I want us to take that part out and put it to the side because we need to talk about that. But also, I want us to put our mindset to think in strategy. Like, how do groups of people get reparations? Why do groups of people get reparations? Also looking at the piece that Al Sharpton was talking about. And I thought it was funny, brother called him Al Green. That was funny to me. I don't know about nobody else, but that was funny to me. But Al Sharpton, I almost called him Al Green. So Al Sharpton was saying, well, if you want reparations, you got to put the people, you got to vote the people in office who's going to give you reparations. So I like that. I like that because history tells us that neither party will. Because the Republicans won't talk about it, and the Democrats going to meet us at the meeting to get to the meeting, and they're going to meet us out, right? So looking at that, but okay, so dealing with that, dealing with these dynamics, dealing with everything that's going on, Black Americans want reparations. Black Americans are voicing, we need reparations. I like what EKS said, all the catchphrases and all these things here, that's fine, but are they getting us places? We've said that before. Are they getting us places? So what are real sound strategies that a group of people can put together, us specifically Black Americans, we can put together to actually put ourselves in a position to really get reparations? So once again, we won't be here in this place 50 years from now having to crash people's parties and saying that, because on one end, of course, I like what he did. I do like what he did on one end. But on the other end, how does that lead to a tangible outcome? How do we put ourselves in a position to actually get tangible outcomes? And we're not out here just talking. And of course, like I was saying last night in my live, our political strategy is trash. Matter of fact, we don't have political strategy. We just have blind allegiance to parties, to either party. Have a large percentage of us who's blind allegiance to the Democrats, have a small percentage of us who have blind allegiance to the Republicans, then you have us in the middle who thinking for ourselves and things. But what's realistically, what has to happen for Black America to actually get reparations? So that's why I want to start it there. So Pat, I want to start with you, my brother. You see the video, what the brother is saying, you see Al Sharpton's response to it, but what do you think about the video? But also, let's start laying the groundwork of what we need to do to actually put ourselves in a position as a group of people to get reparations, like in real life.
Well, the video, I think, is young frustration meets old frustration.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna be polite. I get the frustration of the young people. Now, I don't like Al Sharpton stooping to the level he stooped to. I think elder statesmen, you know, the elders, if that's what we're gonna call them, hell, even the olders should be above stooping down to name calling and stuff like that. Especially Al Sharpton, knowing how many people in the community consider him an agent.
Right.
That's a nice little pot calling kettle black moment. So, and then to call the young brother stupid, that kind of pretty much confirms the point that the young man was making, that old people don't know how to talk to young people. Like, all right, well, we definitely not going to listen to you now. I can't even come to you the way I want to come to you, because you're going to respond with such vitriol. You're going to label me, attack my reputation and my intelligence, instead of taking a moment to educate, because you didn't even really educate. Who's going to cut the check? That's a good question to get people thinking, but that's not really educating. If you're just going to leave it there, which is what he did. But also the young brother coming in the way young people do. Look, it ain't no secret. Everybody knows that young people think they got it figured out. They think they got the answers. That's how they come. We was all like that when we were young. So I get to be like a little bit frustrated with old people. As I transition into that space, I understand their frustration, but I also don't understand how, in all of their wisdom, they managed to forget what it was like to be young.
Right.
And they managed to forget that they're supposed to be above such things. If you're gonna be old and ornery, stay your ass in the house. Don't come outside and try to engage with the youth with that type of energy. So that's what I thought of the video. I thought they were both foolish, if I'm being honest with you, but I get a young dude a pass for being foolish because he's young. Al Sharpton, you don't get no pass. Now, the only reason I say the young dude is foolish is not what he's saying. It's the fact that there's just a lot baked into what he's saying that I'm pretty sure he hasn't thought about. So I think part of the realistic place we have to go to when we start talking about reparations is, I'll push back on something you said earlier, Joe. I think one of the things we got to do is we have to understand that most Black people don't want reparations. I say that because we haven't gotten. If the vast majority of Black people truly wanted reparations, Black people would have gotten reparations. That builds on the conversation we had, what was it, last week, where we talked about how there's a few of us that want certain things for the community, but the community don't want those things for themselves. And that's where we are. When the community wants something to happen, it happens. You know, we move mountains, and we, you know, we'll calm the fires of hell to make a Freaknik happen.
True.
But we can't gear ourselves up to put people in office or to at least campaign. So a part of it is awareness, right? So we're going to transition out of that into the strategy part of your question. Part of it is awareness. Well, no, before we even get to awareness, part of it is believability. Black people have to believe they're actually going to they can get reparations. I think that's why the Black community isn't really pushing for reparations. I think most Black people, the average everyday Black person, believes that reparations is never going to happen.
Right.
So they're not going to get behind it. It's a dream. It's farcical. So once you push through that and you get the community to believe that it's even possible, then it becomes a matter of awareness. Different routes, modes, ways of getting to it. From there, it becomes a matter of understanding the mechanisms of power and how to leverage those mechanisms in order to get what you need. Black people don't constitute a large enough portion of the vote to brute force anything politically in America. We just don't have the numbers to brute force. But we do have the numbers to manage the margins. That means in order for reparations to happen, we need that thing that we hate. And I hate it too. I don't like saying it, but y'all gonna make me agree with people because we trying to have a sensible reparations conversation. We need alliances. That's where the BIPOC and the POC and all of that foolishness is supposed to come into play. But we need those alliances to be built on our ability to get what we need. From there, within that pocket of people that already believe what we believe, that's where we find our candidate. You don't try to take a candidate from an outside place and force them into giving you what you want. Because then what's going to happen is, one, you're either going to have to compromise on what you want, or two, that's going to be the only thing you get, and it's going to be counterbalanced by other policies put in place that negate the full impact of the policy that they agreed to do for you. So you have to pull people from within where you want it, or from within those people that already agree with your position. That's what it means to create a candidate, or to have a candidate that's fully in alignment with your positions and policies. And you support that candidate, knowing that that candidate comes from your ilk. They're going to promote the policies and positions that you feel need to be promoted. So I think that's where we go from here. I think you do all of that, you promote from within, because you definitely can't pull from outside of your position. We've tried that, we've seen that it doesn't work, and understandably it doesn't work. When you understand the way human behavior works and group psychology and all that, you understand why it doesn't work to try to get a candidate from out. That's an absolute last resort. Politically, the absolute last thing you do when you have no other options is to try to bend a candidate from outside of your collective. But the best thing you could do is develop candidates. So that becomes a long-term process of grooming and developing young people into the political arena. The Democrats do this with the young Democrats. The Republicans do this with the young Republicans. A lot of the third-party organizations that take themselves seriously also have mechanisms that funnel young people up through their party and into that structure. If Black people want to go from being a cultural force in America to being a political force in America, we have to do that same thing. We have to take young people and pull them up through our ranks where they get inculcated with our messages, they imbibe on our views and our beliefs, our philosophy, and then we channel them in a way where they become politically active, instead of channeling them in a way where they become socially active, which then leads to them being socially disgruntled as they realize that they don't have any of the other structures that they need in order to be successful politically. So that's my take. PC, what do you think?
Oh, thank you. Joe took that Cash App and bounced.
That's crazy. Joe out here scamming the audience.
Nah, I don't think he's scamming. I think he went out to go buy some shoes or something.
How much did he get?
Shine, brother. So I think that I agree with you on a majority of things you said. In regards to the need to coerce and develop the leadership that we need to put in office. I look at what happened out in California, right? I'm gonna get to Al Sharpton in a minute, but I look at what happened in California. California was able to amass an FBA reparations package. It was actually brought to the state Senate. And do you know, not one of the Black members of the Black state caucus would even pull it to the floor for a vote? It got to the floor for a vote. California. Not one. And in addition to that, there was a white congressman out there, a white state senator.
Right, I'm back.
Yeah, we see that, Joe.
Yeah, you interrupted PC while you stole that man money and went to buy some Crocs.
So, yo, wow. So, out in the one white state senator actually brought it to the floor, and all it needed was one person to second the motion to bring it to a vote, and it didn't happen. That was in the last election. You know, so when you're talking about we need to have our own politicians, we literally need to have people, because of all those Black politicians, how many of them? Now those are the ones that Black votes matter for, because those are the ones Black people put in office, the local politicians. How many of them got reelected? How many people just went to the polls on name recognition only, or just pulled the lever based on that slip they get at the door when they walk into the voting booth. So, yeah, I get that part, because like we know old folk. When I say old folk, I mean 45 and up. You don't like it, too bad. 45, you're past midlife.
We just missed it, Joe.
I know, right?
Know what I mean? Don't worry, y'all getting there. Y'all close. Y'all can see it from where you are.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily change your habits. People say habits are hard to change, but a good friend of mine, my brother Ron Bethea, said no, habits are hardly ever changed. Meaning that people can, if they will to, change their habits. I think collectively speaking, and I've said this many times, we need think tanks, because think tanks will utilize the data to create a comprehensive strategy on developing policy and developing proficient ways of attaining whatever goals we want, whatever goals we aspire to collectively. And we don't. And so, Pat, I think you said it right, but you said it in a way that I wouldn't have said. You said most of us don't want reparations. I think everybody would take a check. Most of us aren't willing to fight for reparations. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the rubber meets the road. Because first of all, most of us understand that to stand for something black means you're totally in opposition of America. Because to be American is to be white. That's why everybody else is hyphenated. But I think that one of the things that, and this is where the think tank comes in, because the think tank will give us the probabilities in terms of what is most probable if we utilize the strategy. It will give us the percentages. It will be accurate to a percent within a percentile, a certain percentile, because the think tank will do all the heavy lifting for us. But we don't want to invest in that. We don't want to make a sacrifice, so we'll put it like this. The amount of money people spend in the lines trying to hit Powerball or trying to win the Mega Millions, that's what we would have to put towards a think tank collectively. How many of us will invest it without going to that bet and saying, "Oh, I need to know where all the money's being spent"? You know how we get when we start putting money in the pockets of black people. We all become forensic accountants. I think that a lot of young people do think they have the answers, only to live long enough to know how wrong they were, specifically in their approaches to getting it. I shout the young brother out because I feel his pain. It was funny too, because when he snatched the mic, he knew that they were going to shut him down. You could see the other brother trying to shut the mic off. That was hilarious. Working hard. Like the brother went off script. But he made them uncomfortable. I like that part. Because we're too comfortable with being in dysfunctional situations. And to be black in America and to be comfortable in our circumstance is very dysfunctional. Al Sharpton is the last person that should call anybody an agent. If you listen to all the interviews from people who lived, especially former mafia bosses like Mike Francese, he talks about how he personally utilized Al Sharpton and Don King, and they were the ones that were the handlers of black talent. Anytime they wanted to muscle in on somebody black, they would send them. But he also talked about how Al Sharpton was actually indeed an FBI agent. That is not even up for discussion. That is that is record. So how in the world is an agent going to call somebody an agent provocateur? Of course, you know an agent when you see one. You wake up every day and look in the mirror and hopefully you brush your teeth. So Al Sharpton doesn't really hold no validity, because even in his approach, saying you got to put the people in office that's going to actually pay us. Well, if the Democrats, for which he's aligned to, the political party he's aligned to, is that party, then just this century, not century, but just this century, you've had at least 3 to 4 times when you had a Democratic president and the Democrats control both houses, and the conversation never even came up.
Yep.
So, at what point? But like it's like the carrot and stick. The horse never catches the carrot. It'll chase the carrot all day, but it'll never catch the carrot. And that's the carrot they continuously put in front of us. Put us in office and we'll do for you. Do what? I don't know. Because the Democrats right now. The Democrats are banking on the fact that they don't have to do anything for the black community because of how horrible this war situation is going in Iran, and because of that, their voting strategy, their strategy to get voters this time will say, look what the Republicans did to the economy. Look what vote for us if you don't want more of this, that, and the other. Now, if anybody had any common sense, they would know both Trump and Kamala Harris work for the same people. They work for the same people. They work for Zionists. One of the number one Zionists in the world, George Soros, was the one that was actually behind Kamala Harris. His loyalty to Israel is like no other. But so, and that's just to get that part of it out of the way. I think that we experience hubris. We lack the ability to get on a code, to get on one accord. And, sorry, my cats are in here tearing my damn office up. We lack the ability to get on one accord. We lack the ability or the will to actually be faithful or have faith or hope in those who actually have done nothing but incur faith. We'd rather follow the charismatic leaders. This is why the charismatic people are the main ones that get out in front of all of this. They're the ones that the cameras and the mics go to. And instead of challenging that concept, we then fall in line to either become detractors or become fans of whoever they put in front of us. And we allow other people to say, this is your black leader. But if you ask anybody, well, who's the leader of all these other communities? They couldn't put them out because those communities function through their culture and their code, and their culture is codified. We don't have that.
And that's why we are in the position that we're in. Because like I said, I'm not mad at the brother. I like what the brother did, but at the same time, I don't like that nothing will come out of it other than people just feeling good about it. And over here, we don't do feel good politics. We don't do feel good anything over here. We want tangible, actual, real outcomes. So the energy around that. So everybody's happy he did it. Okay, so now what? How do we organize into something, a powerful group of people, a viable group of people that can actually put ourselves in position to be taken serious and really get what we want? We all want our reparations. We all do. We all want it. But the way we're going about trying to get it, it isn't working. And being a disjointed group of people with no real organization, no collective code of conduct. Like we're just out here. Like situations like that are going to keep happening. That's going to be like the pinnacle of it. On one end, you have the so-called politicians that's supposed to be working for us. Because like you said, the Democrats have had chances to do the things that they keep saying that the Republicans not going to do. And like I said on my live last night, for both parties, tell me what you're going to do for us without telling me what the other party didn't do, because nobody does that. Everybody say, well, vote for us because this party did this. What? Forget all that. Tell us what you're going to do for us without telling us what somebody else not going to do. But also on our end, what are we going to do to make it better for us? What are we going to do to make a change? Because I agree with what you were saying earlier, Pat. Like the most of us don't really want reparations like that. I think a lot of us like to talk about it and like to act like we do want it, but we know what it looks like when Black America really wants something. We know what it looks like, but the problem is most of the things that we want are things that make us feel good rather than things that put us in a position of power, because usually those things take actual real work. So for everybody who's happy that the brother said what he said, all right, well, how do we build from that? What are we doing? Are we just happy, or do we get to work now? And history tells us the answer to that question, though.
Well, I think, there are a few things. One, I think the Black community, and this goes back into what we talked about last week. I push back a little bit. I think the Black community is codified. I think we just don't like the code. I think, yeah, and obviously the cats agree with me.
They agree.
So
office up.
I think Black people do, even with the check, like we can't even agree. And so this goes back to something that we've been sharing for a while. PC has definitely made it kind of a statement of his. Black folk aren't a monolith where we should be.
Right.
Because we can't agree even on what reparations looks like. Like, you know, the young man said, it's not only a check, but it starts with a check. I can point out several thousand people that would disagree with that statement. Like, yeah. I've talked to hundreds of Black folk over the years that feel like a check is too easy. They don't want a check. They want systemic changes that create benefits for Black people. They literally, they've told me they do not want a physical check. They want something where they pay less in taxes, or they go to school for free, or they want a collection of systemic benefits that can confer a real advantage to their children moving forward. And they feel like a check is just too easy. I'm not mad at that. Not mad at that at all. But I also know a lot of Black folk, particularly ones that could use more money, that want a check. Because admittedly, these people that I was talking to are people that don't necessarily need more money.
Right.
So we go back to this concept that we're not a monolith. But in this instance, maybe we should be. But then who gets to be on the exterior facing side of the monolith that everybody looks at and says, oh, that's Black? Because that becomes another part of the problem. There are going to be those people inside, those impurities and imperfections, and just those people that are inside of the monolith that don't get to face the exterior, but they get protected by the collective. But they're not what anybody would look at and consider Black, because they don't look like what the community looks like to an exterior person looking at the community. So how do we create a system where their voice continues to be heard? So in all of this, we're talking about systems, which then we go back down to, do we have a system? Yes, we have a system. We just don't like it. And by we, I mean us three and probably some of the people in the audience. We don't like it. But the rest of these people, like, I'm beyond the platitudes and the vocalization of this idealized version of the Black community. No, these niggas show us who they are every day in their behaviors, expressions, and the way they interact with the world. Black people are showing us constantly what they want. And we're looking at them and we're like, oh, you don't know what you want. No, that's disrespectful. I'm not going to disrespect this Black person by saying they don't know what they want just because I disagree with what they want, or because I can look down the road and say, oh, that's not a good decision. You should not want that. No, that's what they want. In my mind, I'm like, no, they want that. And they also want the consequences that come with it. So then it becomes a matter of this reparations debate. If the Black community is disunified in terms of reparations, which it is, then now, is it a realistic conversation? Because for something like reparations, You either need a small group of people with outsized influence, or you need real unity. All of the small groups of people with outsized influence don't want reparations.
Right.
And real unity is a pipe dream. The only way we would have real unity in the black community is if there was like an alien invasion and they was like, we only gonna kill the niggas. Black people would unify then. The problem is the rest of the world would unify too and serve us up on a platter.
No, you got some black people will backdoor you for the aliens.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they gonna try to get in good. But at the end of the day, that's the closest we gonna, like, it would have to be on some Independence Day, the alien mothership, clouds come down, and then instead of being like, we gonna kill all of y'all with impunity with no vocalization of any sort of interest, a loudspeaker just emerges out of the spaceship and says, we are going to slaughter everybody on this planet with a skin tone below a certain amount. And that would create probably some unity amongst all of us darkies. Of course, you would then have a lot of people trying to pass.
Damn, I'm too dark to pass.
So when we having this reparations conversation about the realism of it, like that's a part of it. But then like the strategy comes after that. Like, so it gets to be layered, but one of the things I think we continue to do is we continue to ignore the truth of what we're seeing. And we can say these people they don't know what they mean. They don't know what they feel. They don't, or like we do this same conversation when we talk about young people and their sexuality. Why are they so freaked out? Why are the girls sleeping with so many guys? Why are the guys sleeping with so many girls? And we say, oh, they don't know no better. That doesn't change the fact that that's what they're doing. It doesn't change the fact that when you ask them why they're doing it, they say they're doing it because it's fun and they like it. So if we're going to have a realistic conversation, we have to have a realistic conversations about the behaviors that we're seeing. And the behaviors that we're seeing from black folk is that they don't want reparations. I get what PC's saying. They'll take a check. We know they'll take a check. When Trump gave out the check, his approval ratings among black people skyrocketed. Not when Trump gave out the check, but when Congress gave out the check under Trump's first election. Everybody attributed the check to Trump, even though he didn't do it, but they attributed it to him, which is another lesson about our political ignorance and how little we know civically. But they attributed the check to Trump and his approval ratings skyrocket. So we know they'll take a check. But the check itself, to me, the check is not reparations. The check would be like, I'm sorry, we did this to you, but the check is not going to make it better. It's not going to repair the damage that was done because the damage is still being done on a systemic level. To me, and I agree with the people that don't need the money, even though I definitely need the money, but I agree with them. To me, true reparations create systemic advantages for black people in America. A check doesn't do that. I'll take the check. You should cut the check, and I should feel good taking it. But I wouldn't consider that reparations.
I've always considered the check one piece of it, not the total actions of reparations. You know, my grand idea, of course, influenced by Dr. Claude Anderson, but looking at equal redistribution of land, wealth, power, and resources, you know, and the check is within that. But being able to put ourselves in a position to have a financial advantage, to have an advantage in power, to be able to gain power, to be able to become more of an organized group of people, more of a powerful group of people, a better group of people as a whole, you know, because that would be one of the main reasons of going after reparations. I hope, or would it? Because if it's about going about reparations so everybody can just get what they get and just be good on their own, then, you know, if they throw us checks, then they silence everything. So what happens after that? If they do throw checks, like what happens after that? Like what's the thing? But even just to be able to get a check, like we still have to put ourselves in a position to be able to get that. We can't just keep barking and saying, give me a check, give me a check, give me a check. All right, so how do we actually get that? What are the actual real steps for us to be in a real position to get those checks.
Well, I'll say this before PC jumps in real quick. I think that it is interesting because to me, it shows the level of nonchalantness white people have towards us. The easiest thing they could have done over the last few decades is cut a check. They could have cut every black person a $10,000 check 60, 70 years ago and been done with it.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have made a lick of difference. White people are so I don't give a fuck about y'all that they don't even take the easy road out when the easy road out is literally the easy road out and we're asking them to take it. Like even now, Trump and this administration, Congress, because not Trump, Congress could sign a piece of legislation giving every black person in America that has identified as black on a census for the last 4 or 5 years. They give every black person in America, you got to do it last 4 or 5 years because you know white people gonna try to sneak in the back. Not just white people, all people would try to sneak in the back. So people that have consistently identified as black, get them $5,000. I'd be willing to bet
Damn it,
that more than 90%, I'll be willing to bet, I won't say 90, 80%, we go Pareto principle. 80% of the black community would get that check and feel satisfied with reparations.
Oh boy.
And they won't even do that.
Sad how true that rings.
I mean, well, because the question at the end of the day is like, what do we really want? Is it really just about a check, or do we want to put ourselves in an advantageous position?
It ain't about what we want anymore. It's really about what we need. But I think we're sick. And we've been sick for a long time. And when you're sick and your culture's sick, you don't really know what, like, it's like you don't know what the herbs look like. You don't know what's in the medicine cabinet, but you just know you're sick. And you just start reaching and grabbing and start creating and mixing herbs together and putting concoctions together. And we don't even know what we need right now. We need to be made whole. That's what reparations is, literally to repair a people. But you first have to operate as a nation to get reparations. Reparations, I'll tell you like this. Lawsuits are reparations because that one person can identify as a party. That one entity can identify as one entity. You got black people all over the planet, all over America that won't even identify as black. It's a crayon. It's not a real thing. I got platitudes and I got, all these other documents that prove it. All right, whatever. But if you had to be black for 10 minutes to just get this thing done, could you be black, please? And just not. And then some, and the emotional immaturity a lot of us have won't be able to get that. I'm past the point of getting upset in front, like the full fiery speeches and all that other stuff. It don't move me because at the bottom line, I'm with the Get Shit Done Brigade. And I'm serious, man. I'm tired of all that. I told y'all the black church was the worst thing that happened to black people in America. I'm telling y'all, man, it is not because of the faith. It's not because of the Bible. It's literally because of how it programmed black people to seek out the good feelings and good vibrations and feeling charged emotionally, and then feeling vindicated in whatever we do because of how great that feeling is. And we take that to everything. Everything is a church. So you go and you listen to the way, like even these election cycles, the way they talk to black people is like you're in a church.
Yeah.
They don't talk to nobody
in churches.
They go to other communities when they go to other communities and say, this is what we want to do for you. This is what we want to do for you. For black people, it's all about, pulling rabbits out of hats. It's all about why we should be faithful to the parties, why we should do why we should do what we need to do, because you know they're not as bad as the other people. We don't even have the civic pride in being who we are to say we deserve better than this. And in fact, if you choose not to fall into the party line, they will treat you like you've done something blasphemous. Well, how many times did people look at that last election? I mean, people were wishing death on black men because less than 20%, 18% of black men decided that they were going to vote a different way. I mean, that is the nature. The community itself is so fractured. We've had this talk before. We're not really a community, but we just use that word because it's the easiest way to sum things up. We're a fractured group of people. And we were Frankenstein together in this country. And we act like a Frankenstein. Like, you ever watch the Frankenstein monster? And that Frankenstein monster can't really get a good two-step on. Because the left leg is connected, but it's not naturally born for the rest of the body. We like that.
It just stuck stuff together that wasn't really supposed to be together.
And we ain't even stitched together. We put together with Scotch tape and bubble gum. Fall apart all the time.
Yeah.
And people don't want to deal with that. I understand, man, because for a lot of people, it's like this is what they have a hope for. But I'm just saying we have to be actually in tune to how we don't even really want to know or do the research in terms of how bad, like how much this country worked into making sure we never amass power here. Never. We couldn't even come here with a dream. We came here to fulfill somebody else's dream and riches and pockets. Like, we're literally the foundational engine behind white supremacy. Like how white supremacy became international power. Yeah. Power base. Off of our ancestors. The brilliance of our ancestors, the blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors. And a lot of us can't even understand how much work went into making sure that they knew how brilliant we were. They knew what we could do. They saw where we came from. And the fact that they made sure that we would never have two pieces that matched. That's why when they pulled up on the shores, and they got off the boat Jesus Christ, that was the first slave ship. A lot of y'all don't know that. And when they got off the ship, what happened was they made sure that these people got dispersed and auctioned and took them different places around the world, around the country, and throughout the Americas, and throughout the Caribbean. And so those, like, we really have to do, like, we want to just get to the finish line, but we don't want to, like, it's like we want to just hop in the car and go, but the motor don't work. Yeah. Why doesn't the car run right? Well, you got a Chrysler engine, but you got a Ford transmission. You got a frame that's made by Chevy, and all of your shocks are from your car shocks, the shocks that hold your wheels up and allow you to navigate smoothly. Well, they're all from different parts of the world. And we mismatch that and put it in the car, and we don't even want to look under the hood. We just try to go. Yeah. Your Frankenstein analogy, it didn't went platinum. So just know that it was a good one. It went platinum. It made sense. But because essentially it's in this sense, before you do that, Sean, understand something. Frankenstein was made with dead parts and then reanimated.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. We want the result without the work now, because yes, we know the ancestral work was put in, but without the work now, you're not going to get it without the unity. You're not going to get it without the organization. You're not going to get it without being a collective group of people. I've seen people in the comments talking about Dr. Claude Anderson, but let's not forget Dr. Claude Anderson spent years preaching about organization, preaching about collectiveness, preaching about us aggregating our wealth, aggregating our talents, all these things about us working together. We keep skipping that part. We want to check without that.
But that's what I'm talking about. Because and with you saying that, I know the comments is probably going crazy. Both negative and positive statements being made, which speaks to the point. Dr. Claude Anderson has had the same message for the last 30, 40 years. The man has been delivering the same speech for decades.
The man retired and came back out of retirement.
And saying the same things.
Saying the exact same thing. All of the man's books that I've read have basically the same core message.
And he had the think tank.
He had a Harvest Institute.
Harvest Institute.
Yes.
But and this is where I'm like, these conversations get old to me and they get frustrating to me. Because we've been having this conversation about reparations for so long. I already know what I said earlier ruffled some feathers. I know it did. Because every time we had this conversation, I make the same argument and I ruffle the feathers of the same people. Every single time. So I'm looking, and that's where I go back to, this is not a real thing. This is not a real conversation. There is no energy here to harvest. We've tried harvesting it. Not just us. Black groups, black people, black folk all over America have tried harvesting this energy. The internet, online energy is not real world applicable. That is the truth. You cannot gain real world impact in any meaningful way for black people by starting an online discussion where only black people are affected. Let me put that caveat in there. Because you get other people involved and it translates. But reparations is a black conversation only. It doesn't translate. And the emotional maturity piece that PC spoke of. The fact that I keep tabs on it now. Because I've been called so much for so long for having the same views. I keep track of it. I know exactly what to say to make black people think that I'm 100% for the people. It don't matter what I do. I can say the right thing, go out and punch a black lady in the face, and they would celebrate me. I can say the wrong thing and donate millions of dollars to black people all over the world, and they will vilify me.
Well,
this is why these conversations.
Some comments are showing that.
And I'm not even looking at the comments.
But some people ain't listening. They hearing what they want to hear.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't even have to look at the comments. I'm saying this to show how cyclical this conversation is and how predictable this conversation is. I don't even need to look at the comments to know what's going on in the comments. And that's not because I'm smart. That's because it's happened before. Joe and I was having the same conversation on the Freedom Train Network like 10 years ago. And then we was having the same conversation on another thing we were doing when we were working with that group that shall not be named because we don't want to give them no light 15 years ago. Like what? So it's that's why I'm like, I think the young dude is foolish, not because he's being foolish or whatever. He's just ignorant. He don't know. Al Sharpton's foolishness don't get no pass. But this conversation is, to me, it's like what the fuck are we talking about for real? Like for real. Like if this is entertainment, I'm gonna be silly and do my thing. But if black folk are trying to have a real conversation about reparations, I don't believe you. You need more people. Rockefeller students are the game. I'm sorry.
Well, I think that's just it. I think that's just where black people are. That's where we're stuck at having the conversation.
No, Joe, we're stuck at being pussies. Let's just call it
that too. But I mean, but that's the same thing. That's just an explicit way of saying what I'm saying. But yes, it's easy. It's easy to just talk about it.
We're stuck at being pussies, man. Because for real, we ain't like not on a hair, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. We don't want the smoke that come. We listen. If one thing is for sure, and we talk about it all the time, our epigenetic memory kicks in every time a white person around us gets mad. And we know that this reparations conversation, anything for black people, makes white people mad, and it terrifies us. Something in our DNA starts ringing. And I've seen it. I've literally been like in the circle of people, white person start talking crazy. Yo, I'll be the one. Like, who are you talking to? I'm sorry. We're surrounded with a bunch of 187 cats out there. White people come up, regular dudes, and just talk crazy, and you see them get nervous. That ain't because they scared of him. They scared of the consequences that'll come if something happened to him. I often said it before. The safest person in America is a little scared white girl stuck somewhere, walking down the block in an all black neighborhood. Safest person in America. Everybody black want to make sure that she get home safe and sound. Because we do not want the smoke that comes with any harm that comes on one hair on that child's body. Not to say we want to injure children. I'm just making a point. The point is that black people are terrified of the confrontation because we've seen what happens. White folk don't have, they have been given everything. And they had one winter, when they couldn't come out the house for 3 months. They stormed the damn Capitol building. They put in plots to kidnap governors. Like that entire year, it wasn't just that. They had shootouts with federal agents. They destroyed federal property. Nobody went to jail. Well, the January 6th stuff, a few people got slaps on the wrist, but they just got them all out. So we see that they get to do what they want to do to us with no consequence. And we know that in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, especially the 60s and the 70s, right? We know how they had government-funded hit squads where they were going around taking our peoples out. And then we had political prisoners who was, some of them just getting out of jail long enough to spend their last few months with their family before they pass and cross over or transition. We know this. And the thing is, I was out in the streets. Y'all know, like I was on the spots. I was in the midst of this. I stopped the Ferguson situation from happening in Coldwater, Mississippi. Standing in between cops with their guns drawn and people who were part of that movement out there. I was on the street. I pushed them all inside the building. It was me and 3 other brothers still out there. But then when you look at all that sacrifice that you're willing to make for a group of people that will extend their arm and push you forward, but will step back in the process, like, what the hell are we doing it for? And that's because I've seen it with my own eyes. And then we get on here and a bunch of armchair warriors start talking crazy. I ain't talking about y'all in the audience. I'm just saying.
Well.
I mean, listen, it might be a few of them sprinkled here and there.
Some of them in the audience. It's directed at some of you in the audience.
You get what I'm saying?
And I'm saying it.
I'm saying I'm standing between life and death right there on more than one occasion. I can count at least 5 times that I've actually been between the cops and some black people they were ready to kill. And I'm not just talking about like regular type stuff. I'm talking about moments that would be thematic, that would change the scene it would change the energy of a movie. And so when we start talking about, we want reparations and the other, the funny thing, Asians were able to get reparations for something that didn't even happen to them. The Asian community back in 2020.
What's that C word you used?
Community.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it's funny, right? Because Asian community is not a country. It's not even a group of people that get along. The Chinese and the Japanese have been at war for thousands of years. You got North Korea and South Korea can't stand each other. Nobody likes anybody that's coming out of damn it,
Vietnam.
Oh no, they ain't, not Vietnam. It's another one of those little countries down there.
It ain't a lot of people coming out of North Korea though.
Well, no. Well, they know. But I'm saying, but here's what I'm saying though, right? They were able to come together under one accord, put a black face on their oppression in America, and black people weren't the ones harming them. They took 3 or 4 videos of black children harassing Asian children on school buses or the public transportation, ran wild. Meanwhile, you had white people running up in Asian salons, white men running up in Asian salons, unaliving whole groups of people. You had white people, they were the main community that came out and said that they blamed the Asians for, COVID and it coming to America. You had the president at the time talking about the China virus, Kung flu. You know what I'm saying? So, but they was able to scapegoat us.
Yeah.
And in addition, in their countries, they scapegoated the Africans that were in their countries. They were in China beating black men and women, walking down the street like a dog, snatching their passports, and taking their money and not allowing them to have a place to stay or a way to get out the country.
But let's be fair, PC. Let's be fair. I think we know one of the problems black folk have is that we don't have a country backing us. All of those Asian groups of people,
yeah.
America can play that game of saying, they helping out Asians. They can go back to their nations of origins and use that for political clout. With black people, we don't have that same. So they can move in ways that we can't.
No, they can move in ways we can't because we've refused to build what we need to build.
I agree with that.
Because over there in Israel, that wasn't a real place for a bunch of Jews. But they decided they fought 2 wars to create that place in space.
Well, so we need to be doing what they did.
Well, then we better get into banking and we better get into propaganda. We better get into learn how to make movies because the Zionists were the ones that created Israel.
Well, then we go full circle then, because that's exactly what I was talking about at the start. You just brought it all the way back around.
Oh, I know. But also know that they had the heart to do it.
Facts.
And then they were able to create a circumstance. And this is why we talk about the public, the global public image of black people. This is why we get on everybody. We get on the men, we get on the women, we get on everybody. Not everybody can do that because, in our community, you can't say shit about the women. But,
shit.
Well, I say in the community.
I know what you're saying, but I'm just.
If they come to office hours, they're gonna hear it all day because I'm on everybody. I'm at everybody's neck. I'll be the bad guy. I said it before. The bottom line is, globally speaking, we have been made to look like savages. Globally speaking, for hundreds of years, they've utilized media, they utilized art to depict the picture of us in the most derelict ways. The first time they ever learned how to use political comics, what did they do? They drew black men as gorillas and apes and werewolves and dragging white women into bushes or dragging them off the street. They created movies. They created King Kong. The first horror films was to vilify voodoo, saying that anybody that practiced voodoo was in league with the devil. And those are the actually first horror films. I'm about to create a horror film in here. These damn cats don't stop messing my stuff up. But
Peter's gonna be right on you. Watch. Have some white lady knocking at your door. Did you say something wrong about cats?
Yeah, I ain't scared of white women though. But here's the thing, right? They've taken time to destroy our character. And then what happened? We get on social media and prove them right. And then we don't want to acknowledge it. I even put a post on Facebook about that. if all of our images are now coming directly from our forms of media, whether it be our videos, whether it be our pictures, whether it be our posts, whatever we do, and that is now creating who's responsible for our public image? Everybody that answered the question was those of us who were judges by those images. Those of us who manufactured the system. I'm like, the fuck out of here, it's us. We create that. Because if we didn't put it out there, then they would have to manufacture it, and then it would be easier for us to debunk. We're the ones that, you know, they got the cat fights going on and groups of hordes of people fighting over here. We're the ones where they got the young Pooh Shiesties out there, the Pooh Shiesty masks and doing crazy things. We're the ones where people are, the young brothers are rapping about killing each other. The young women are talking about being whores. We're the ones. And we don't want to address it. And the first thing when somebody has an opportunity to address it, what did Auntie Maxine say to Meg Thee Stallion? I was so empowered with WAP. What? How the hell are you empowered with WAP when she thought she was about to get admonished for doing that in front of an elder?
Yeah.
Well, she should have been punished for that. She knew she should have been reprimanded for that.
We just be
and this is what we're talking about. And so what are we really talking about? I was mellow. Y'all saw I was bopping because I love the beat. I was bopping. But come on, man. Come on. Let's be serious.
Maxine can't have what?
Huh?
Why Maxine can't have what?
They can have it all they want. They just shouldn't promote it. Frontline is this is what we do out here, and this is how you should see our women.
She can go buy some.
PC, you anti-black, man.
I'm anti-nigger. So, but we like to we like that. You know, that's why when anybody criticizes it, don't get me wrong, that's my favorite person, and I like their music, but they went a little far over here. The fuck you mean they went a little far over here?
Hey.
No, they went too far, and they've been going too far.
Hey.
We promote it, and we don't address it.
PC, you need what you need to do.
Get some WAP.
Is start showing appreciation for 70-year-old WAP, and you need to listen to Suki Hana.
The 70-year is there such thing as 70-year-old WAP? You better be drinking a lot of water, eating a lot of raw vegetables and fruit.
Well, Maxine will show you.
I'm not. No, I'm good on that. This is this right here, man. It's just like, but this is the frustration because we talk good, but we don't hold nobody accountable.
Well, everybody knows that, but you can't tell black people that because we really think we tough.
What reparations for?
Black people, we really believe the stuff that we be telling each other with no real world outcomes to back it up.
So that makes us delusional. We have delusions of grandeur. That makes us extremely delusional. Delusions of grandeur because we're out here talking pipe dreams and we're out here creating straw man arguments for situations that don't exist.
Well, wait, hold on now. Y'all both can't step in my lane. I was supposed to be the bad guy for this goddamn show.
Well, PC set off this week. He on one this week, so yes. But I mean, so
I was
supposed to be the bad one.
Hey, you saw me over. I was just bopping. I was getting my chair dance on.
What triggered you?
Huh?
What triggered you?
It's always been there, man. It's calling me, man. It was calling me. I think I started reading some of the comments, and
you in the comments? Yeah, I was in the comments for this.
I'm in the comments, so I saw some of the comments. I'm like, yo, I'm tired of this shit.
Man, we just talking. We say, look, every week it's the same thing.
Hold up, Joe. We couldn't even get people to put bread together to send Pat to Ferguson. We were gonna send Pat as our representative to Ferguson. A lot of y'all don't even know that.
Oh, PC, don't say that now, because I'm sure I done pissed a number of people.
Pat, don't you bite that banana like that.
Oh, I was finna. Oh, I'm going all in. I got a banana.
Don't you
as
bite
a
that
man
like
and
that.
a black person. I got a banana, y'all.
Don't you?
And he got a glizzy in the.
Hey man, I'm the bad guy. Like y'all talking rhetoric, I'm out here doing real life evil shit.
Hey.
I'm finna eat a banana.
Hey, see,
whole time out.
No, I got this. You in my house. You in my house, Brandon. Hey, somebody better tell Brandon where he at. No, somebody better tell Brandon where he at, because we hurt people's feelings over here, Brandon. So you either apologize or get the fuck on.
Apologize for what?
For being an asshole. So apologize and get the hell on, Brandon. Nah, because PC, I see you about to respond to that, because he talking about PC by Ray. Brandon, look here, bro. You better realize where you at, and remember, hey, your intellectual ineptitude is showing.
Yo, brother. I got this cup, man. I've been drinking out this cup the whole time. Don't tell me I'm not black.
If it's a raccoon show, you've been over. It's an hour 15. You've been here. So if it's a raccoon show, you dumb as hell.
Man,
you're a damn fool. You're a damn fool to be tuning into a raccoon show for an hour and 16 minutes now. So what the hell is wrong? Tell us what's wrong with you, Brandon. You on the spot now, Brandon. You on the damn spot. Since you want to be a goddamn fool, Brandon, you on the spot. So it's an hour and 16 minutes, almost an hour 17, and you are still here. So tell us what the hell is wrong with you, my brother.
Nah, listen, man. Let Brandon cook. I mean,
what's going on, Leanna? How you doing? No, I want. Come on, Brandon. Come on, Brandon. Come on back.
No, it's all good. It's all good, Joe. No.
That's why you still here. If we are all of that, get back in the chat and explain to us why you still here. You should have been left, but you still here.
I'm gonna tell you why he's still here, Joe, because he got this moment. We done made Brandon famous. You give him a round of applause, man. You got the applause, but give him a round.
You better remember. Look, over here. You better remember where you at. Y'all better let Brandon know where he at. And anybody else who thinking like Brandon, who talking like Brandon, y'all better let him know where he at. We don't do that over here.
No, it's all good, man.
I done ate my banana and everything, man.
And nah, man, because and I don't do no disrespect for my guest. We don't do disrespect over here.
Nah, man. Well,
we still guests.
We've been here long enough.
Look, it don't matter. Look, I just realized, and your dumb ass still here. So what that mean about you? What does that say about you? If this is a raccoon show and your silly ass is still here, so what the hell is wrong with you? You must got a 3rd grade education or something.
Man, listen, man.
Something has to be wrong with you, Brandon.
You ain't got.
You are still here on this raccoon show, and that's the best insult you got. Try again, Brandon. Try again. You failed. Try again. Try again, Brandon. Try again. This is a raccoon show. Try again. Try again.
I ain't gonna let it go.
No, I'm not gonna let it go, because you don't come over here with that bullshit. And because I've set the ground rules plenty of times over here. Everybody know when you come over here, we can disagree with people, but you disagree respectfully. And if you get disrespectful, I'm on your ass.
I don't know. Brandon might be white.
I don't care who Brandon is, but I know Brandon soft. We know that. We know Brandon ain't no man. We know Brandon sitting there hide behind some kind of a profile with no picture on it. We know Brandon feels safe in this little basement talking junk, acting like he really out here making stuff happen.
Probably a 6-year-old white boy.
It don't matter.
On his mama phone, man.
It don't matter.
Stop giving children.
Man, I had to let that go. But hey, man, don't come at my folk like that. So with that being said. But yeah.
So with that being said,
get back on it. Hey,
on your whole ass.
Hey, yo. So with that being said, one of the main reasons why I want to have this, why I picked this clip for us to have this show, so we can have this exact conversation that we was having, have a real conversation about reparations, a real conversation about getting what we need, a real conversation about it more than just a check. Because we get a check now. What's the difference? What's the next step? How do we actually capitalize on everything that's going on? How do we put ourselves in a real position to actually even get checks? We know what we want. Nobody's disagreeing on a lot of these things, but what's the reality of it happening with the way that we are moving forward now? What's the reality of it happening, the way we're operating, the way we are so disjointed as a group of people? What's the reality of that happening?
I think your comments I ain't in the comments, but judging from what y'all are going through, I think your comments are show, and I consider your audience.
It's a small percentage of the comments.
But I consider your audience to largely be the types of black folk you want to build with.
Yeah. For the most part, my audience is.
even amongst that, look what this show has done to your comment section.
Well,
we want to have a conversation about reparations.
I already know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Leandro,
Okay.
don't tell Brandon nothing. Don't tell Brandon nothing. Don't tell Brandon nothing.
Lee likes your hat, Pat.
Hey, Brandon. I'm gonna be live again Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you show up. I bet you he will. I bet you he will.
I think Brandon got offended because we started talking about glizzies and bananas, man.
Oh, he got.
Oh, Brandon like glizzies and bananas. It's okay to like glizzies and bananas, Brandon. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I just ate a banana. It's fine. It's okay.
Hey.
Yeah, he was upset because we wouldn't talk about cucumbers. He like to eat them whole. So,
that's impressive.
See, Brandon, don't come over here, B. I used to work in a high school, man. I got.
And we will fry your ass up over here, Brandon.
But I wasn't gonna give him no attention. But
that's his best. It's a raccoon show. That's the best you got.
I'll say this for everybody that pick on me. I do like sometimes Joe will read them back. Sometimes I really appreciate when they funny.
Yeah.
Hey, he talking about Brandon close the fridge with his hips.
Like if you gonna clown,
of God.
funny. Like I can take a joke, and I know. Look, I didn't have these views for a long time. I already know a lot of people ain't gonna agree. And in my opinion, if you ain't been called a coon at least once in your life, then you ain't thinking outside the box.
Right.
Yeah.
So all I ask is if you got jokes for me, make them funny, please.
Right.
I thought that was hilarious though. When I couldn't stop laughing when I read it.
Yeah.
It caught me off guard, but I knew exactly who he was talking about.
Brandon talking junk. No, he gotta go pick his girlfriend up in her car.
But this speaks to the
life, right,
ignorance.
man.
Hold on, Joe. This speaks to the ignorance of the black community, though. Because if anybody's ever seen a color picture of Malcolm X, he's much lighter than I am. You know what I mean? But then we start talking about like, why we have such issues and dysfunction, because people like that can figure out a way to weasel in here and troll. And so we try to have a serious conversation about something, and then this is what happens to derail it. Not to say that we got derailed, because we all made our points, but
those fun now.
Yeah, we just,
Yeah.
But in a nutshell, we have, if we really want to get down to it, because I don't think the majority of the community needs to be involved in the conversation about reparations. I think if you have a strong enough core, group of people, then I think that the ones can go off and do it. But then we have to also understand the paid oppositions. And that's why it's important that you have that clip with Al Sharpton there, because he's paid opposition to any progress that black people will make. Roland Martin just recently got in trouble because the boule came for him because he had a friend who unfortunately was in a domestic situation in which he was down on his luck. A lot of terrible shit happened to him, false accusations, and he ended up taking out himself and his wife. But Roland Martin was admonished by the Black Boule because that was his friend. Like, they got pictures together. And this is when it comes down to is we got to really identify who our enemies are and who our frenemies are.
Brandon.
I think Brandon was a bot, man. Not a bot, but I think Brandon was like,
he don't know we bullies. We are bullies, brother. We are bullies.
But we have to get to a point where we make decisions for the people, because the people aren't smart enough collectively to do it for themselves. They're not disciplined enough collectively to do it for themselves. And this is why they elect representatives, because the representatives is supposed to represent the people. We ourselves would need to be would need to have a group of representatives that was birthed, put together like Sentry out of the Marvel comics. They created Sentry in the lab. We need to create the group of Black people in leadership that will help us in terms of like moving forward, because they've already groomed the next 10 presidents. They either groomed or they're in the process of grooming them right now.
He probably live down the street. He probably live next door to me, huh?
No,
3 white boys live next door to me. So.
Oh, definitely Brandon. Brandon might be Trump. You know, Trump getting them comment sections.
Nah, Brandon be on his knees in Trump room. Hey, but real quick, I wanna give a big thank you. Let me find it. G Money Hollywood, my brother. I want to give a big thank you for the Cashapp, my
Look
brother.
at all this money, homie. I got all this money, homie.
I appreciate you. I always appreciate the support. Thank you, my brother G Money Hollywood. Thank you, my brother. Yeah.
Shout out to G Money.
Hey, Leanna, how you broke your foot? I'm gonna call you. We gotta talk. How you broke your foot, man? That's you gotta get that.
Joe is developing relationships with the audience.
Man, Leanna, she was, I already know her in real life, so you know she supports me.
That's favoritism, Joe. Who is Leanna? That's unethical. Which one? What's her name?
Right.
Oh, you highlighted her before.
Yeah, I tell you, I know her in real life. So yeah,
she probably broke her foot running from Brandon.
Oh shit! No,
she broke her foot whooping Brandon's ass. Yeah. Hey man, well, I appreciate y'all, brother, for stopping by. I appreciate the audience for stopping by. I appreciate everybody for the support, for the comments, for the likes, for the shares. Please hit that hype button. Everybody except Brandon. So thank y'all. Well,
Brandon, you hit it too. I supported you.
Brandon.
No, I encouraged Brandon to eat his glizzies and his bananas and close the door with his hips and enjoy life.
And make sure you put some gas in your girlfriend's car when you go to pick her up.
And make sure you there 15 minutes early because she might get off her. Like all of that.
Stop writing your name on the orange juice, B.
I'm just saying, get a job. And you can't buy clothes with food stamps, Brandon. Remember that. You cannot buy clothes with food stamps.
But you can trade those food stamps at a going rate that's probably elevated right now because of the economy and use that money to buy. Look, Brandon, I'm on your side, buddy. I don't know why they all big.
He can buy clothes at the bodega.
We're just trying to help you. We're just trying to help you be a better man or whatever type of.
See, Joe, that's what, because we always talking about how Black men need to encourage each other to be better. And
Aaron said you need to say pause.
Say pause for what?
I don't know what you said, but Aaron said you say pause, or you say pause because Aaron said it, all right?
I whatever. So, Brandon, I'm trying to help you be the man you want to be so that you can get the chick you want to get.
I think
because
Brandon want to be a white
the
man
you are right now want to chick.
Brandon want to be a white man.
No, what happened is I remind Brandon of his father that went out for a pack of smokes.
Hey, Brandon, I will not stand here and allow your name
be smirched. Yeah, I will. You shouldn't have came in here with that bullshit. I tell people, don't come in here with that bullshit. So now,
Brandon,
I left the
look, your daddy's gonna come back, and he's gonna come back with smokes and milk.
Yeah.
And you need to stand there with a hot dog and a banana for your daddy.
And he gonna take your girlfriend and start driving her car.
You're gonna boil the banana. You're gonna boil the banana and peel the hot dog.
Brandon gonna be in the corner by himself drinking old hot dog water, smelling like defeat in life.
Smelling like his mama.
Yeah. You know she ain't got
Y'all
no
are
edges.
horrible people. Hey, Brandon, I'm on your side, bro.
I'm not. You know she ain't got no edges. And fry my wings hard. Say he smell like ham too. So yeah, you got.
How you gonna say his mama ain't got no edges?
Fry my wings hard. Say fry my wings hard. Say Brandon walk away. Smell like old ham. So hell out of
Every time I drop by, deliver the mail, the kids be like, Brandon, there goes that man.
Oh, Brandon. Every time something go wrong, fucking Brandon. The community didn't Brandon.
Oh, hey, did Brandon leave for real? Is he in the comments still?
I hope he still is.
Oh, Brandon.
He asked for it.
Oh, he probably already had his orgasm. He's not. He shot his load. He over with.
Hey, Battle Ganger to my granddaddy went to go get some smoke, some potted meat. Yeah.
Hey, nah, you know what? See, hey, we should just do a whole show helping Brandon become a better man.
We should. A show dedicated to Brandon and all the Brandons alike out there in the world. See,
you know what?
We got a new name, not Gloctavius no more. It's the Brandons of the world.
PC and I already got a new name. We got to introduce you to.
Oh, the brother Sean.
The brother Sean. Brandon might be a part of the brother Sean.
Yeah. Be like, hey man, you being a Brandon right now. You need to stop that. Your Brandon is showing. So
hey, Brandon, you know what? PC, you saw the comment. Was that giving Sean energy, brother Sean?
It was definitely Sean energy.
Sean. All right, so we got to do a show on the brother Sean.
All right, AKA, don't be a Brandon. Okay, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should do is say, "I will not be a Brandon," and your life will be good. It'll be good.
Oh yeah, I mean, unless you like bananas and glizzies.
Yeah, he fried his bananas and glizzies and hot dog water, and he drank the hot dog water too. So
it tastes just like Mama used to make it.
Hey, remember, Brandon, you asked for this. You asked for this. Remember that. We ignorant. We go there. We ignorant.
Nah, hey, for real though. Like that's real. Like for real. We talk all nice and stuff, but we all came from the cloth. Like it can go left.
Real fast.
It can go left real quick.
No turn signal. It's just skirt.
Right. Like Joe turned the turn signal on for you. So you knew this was going left. Sometimes it's no signal. We just turned the motherfucking wheel.
I warned him, but he wanted to keep going. So here it is. Hey, Brandon,
listen, man. Just because you like to take his pants off and slide down the rail don't mean nothing.
Hey, you ride a bike with no seat
and drive over all the bumps.
Yo. Hey, yeah.
Hey, Leanna, he's Florida bred just like me. We from the same place.
Oh yeah.
That's about you, Pat. He went to Rickers with me. He was in the same lunchroom with me.
Yeah. No, it could go there.
Hey man, yeah. Battle Genja, you are correct that he put me on a new term, the okiophobia. I forgot the exact definition. Can you drop the definition of okiophobia in the comment, Battle Genja? But yes, Brandon definitely is the face of okiophobia. Yes. Hey man, look here. Overall,
hold on. What bump say? I'll highlight that.
It's happening in real time. This show is helping to create the real men we need. Brandon, bro, we would have had some respect for you if you just hit the like button and kept. Hey, I'm just saying, shut your dumb ass up, but you couldn't do it.
Oh, he couldn't hit the like button. His fingers are sticky.
Hey, Nemesis talking about his account is a sock.
His fingers are stinky and sticky, man.
I tried to.
Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, he probably is a troll or a bot or something. That's cool.
It's all good.
Trolls and bots gotta become men too.
Hey, that just help us sharpen our skills. Trolls, bots, hoe ass niggas, all of them get it.
Well, the problem is he's wearing those white undies that turn orange and they stick to him. He can't get out the feet. He can't get out his feet.
He still wear briefs.
I was gonna say this motherfucker still wearing whitey tighties.
Hey, like that. What's that video? That little boy when his mama gave him a brief. He's like, "He hoe ass draws." Oh, hoe ass Brandon.
Hey,
we all gonna
real
get
talk though. I encourage everybody when you see a soft ass dude, roast him up real quick. That's the only way it's gonna get hard. Roast him up.
Like you ain't got to be a Brandon your whole life. You can grow up. Hey,
I don't want to be responsible for anything. Brandon, he might go out there with a glizzy super soaker and just start wetting off the block.
Glizzy super soaker is wild.
Like, shoot me in my mouth. Shoot me in my mouth. Get your ass down, Brandon.
Nothing but hot dog.
Hold up, Joe.
Out of there.
I ain't no pause aficionado, but that definitely seemed like a pause worthy thing you just did.
It's for Brandon. That's what Brandon do.
All right, man. I'm good. I'm ready.
Hey man. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in and listening to 10 to 15 minutes of our foolishness. So we appreciate it. Look, we entertaining too. We talk real, but we entertaining too, man. This is Breakdown Wednesday. Professor Carl Tone Jones. Make sure y'all tune in to his podcast every Friday at 2 p.m. The True Stories Podcast, the True Stories Podcast Network, and FetLifeStation.com. Office hours with Professor Carl Tone Jones, 2 p.m. I listen to it on Spotify. I would encourage you to listen to it on Spotify too, but any platform that you like to listen to it, because PC be coming with the heat. Also, you already know. I had to drop all that. My brother's books. Get my brother's books. The Chasm is on Amazon. You see it under Pat's name. The Chasm on Amazon. 2020 through the eyes of a social media revolutionary. Professor Carl Tone Jones. Also on Amazon. Support my brothers. Great writing. Of course, you know, at the bottom of the screen, onshoulders1.com is where you can support my book series. My merchandise is attached to this. Links in the description to support all three of us. What's up?
Brandon got a picture of Puffy on top of his bed.
I had a question.
What?
So, I love the fact that the dude sent you a donation earlier. DSB, I think that's who it was. Whoever it was. So your thing ain't scrolling no more? We the only ones that can see that?
Huh? Cashapp at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah. Your Cashapp ain't scrolling across the bottom of the screen no more? We the only ones that can see that?
No, everybody can see it.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
All right, y'all. It's been real, man.
You saying you want me to add yours?
No. I mean, you know, about an hour and 20 minutes ago, somebody was asking you for your cash out, wasn't it?
Yes. They got it.
I know you gave it to him during the show. I was just wondering if
Technical Ted has entered the building.
I just be wondering about, But I'm sorry, go ahead. He was closing us out.
Technical Ted, I love him. We love him. Hey man, I appreciate everybody who tuned in, everybody who continues to tune in, supporting this channel. We love you all. Thank you for the support. Everybody who supports Professor Carl Tone Jones, thank you. Everybody who support Pat, thank you. One of the main reasons is I want more people to know about the brilliance of these two young men. We've been rocking together for a long time. I've learned a lot from them, and I just want to share their brilliance with the world. So make sure you support everything they have going on. Everybody in my audience, I will see y'all on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and y'all make sure Brandon grandma drop him off so he can see the show as well. So with that being said, y'all have a great night. Be the best version of black that y'all can be. And I catch y'all on the other side. Peace out.
You'll be able to spot him. He'll be the one with the helmet on.
Yeah, I know. Smelling like piss.